Let's go ahead and start our Ogerpon EX here. Teal Mask Ogerpon. And it looks like we're going against Lycanroc, my guy. Oh my god, okay. Luckily, our main attacker doesn't have an... Actually, it does have... All of our attackers have an ability. That's kind of frustrating. We're going to attach this booster capsule to Brute Bonnet. Go for a Squawkabilly. We're not going to bench a Fezandipiti because, again, if they're playing Frostlass, like I'm assuming, everything's going to die. So the Squawkabilly is already kind of a big ask. Let's go for Prime Catcher on the Rockruff. And man, I have this Jet, but we don't have our guy, our Walking Wake yet. So let's go and Squawk and Seize. We find the Walking Wake here. We have a Pecharunt as well. We definitely need that. We can Vessel away our Psychic Energy and grab ourselves Grass and Water. We're looking for something. We're looking for Latias Retreat. Ugh, okay. We can get the E-Switch and... Do I play Rescue Board? I need to double check. I don't think I play Rescue Board. I definitely don't. Okay, so we're gonna try for research. We're gonna need to get a Latias and an Energy Switch off the... Oh, I already used. I'm going first. Okay. We have the research for next turn. For some reason, I assumed I was going second, but alas, we are not. So, less pressure to get this turn 1 attack. Here's a Buddy Poffin. Sorry, I just became the slow player that I promised I would never be. Yeah, of course, Snorunt and another Rockruff. That is the ideal way to play Lycanroc. In my humble opinion, they were going to retreat to discard their Spiky Energy and then push up Badoo. So that actually kills my E-Switch plans. But one Sada can work as well. But now it's like, if I play Research, I can't Sada. So what do? I top deck Sada, and then life is good, right? We top deck Sada and then get a Latias. That's the only way. They're going to bench another Snorunt, as well as a Munkidori. This might be brutal, guys. We might need a Motivate here. Itchy Pollen. Honestly, I don't mind the Motivate. I really don't. Let's go for an attach onto Squawkabilly. And I want that Latias. I think Mew's fine. I don't know. We're going to save the spot for Latias. Let's go for Research. Get ourselves a Latias, as well as Area 0. And we can simply Teal Dance first. Let's check it. Let's see what we can get. We're looking for... We found an E-Switch. We can't use it. Then we just got to Motivate this turn. Let's go for a Toxic Powder. Poison both of us. Hopefully that Badoo can die. It will die because it's poison. Things are coming together, guys. The Motivate and then Poison Death, not too shabby. Let's go put a Grass on Walking Wake. Let's put both of them on Walking Wake. Why don't we? And then the Badoo will die to Poison. And I will take one Poison Tick. This is solid. Solid Squawk action. Grab ourselves another AZ off the prizes in case they bounce it with Artisan. Very high chance they do. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. We have the Brute Bonnet to give them poison. So it will activate Catharsis Roar. Not that we really need it because we're playing against a single prize deck with Pokemon that I can one-shot very easily. But it's just to display the concept. You know, if you can imagine their Pokemon to be 240 HP, big basics, we would be destroying them by now. Here's an Arven. They only have one Spiky Energy in the discard, so they still need a few more. And they're missing their Badoo, so I'm doing pretty good. And if they keep on Badooing, I can just keep on motivating. Like, it's not too bad, actually. Here's a counter gain on Rockruff. They'll play Ultra Ball. Maybe they can discard some Spiky Energy from their hand currently. Yeah, they do. So Lycanroc will be able to charge up this turn and kill my Squawkabilly. Don't love that, actually. Spike Clad will trigger, putting 2 Spiky Energy onto Lycanroc. And they're doing 80, ooh, maybe not enough. They're doing 120 plus 20. Oh, they're doing 90 plus 20. So 120 after Poison. I live. Squawkabilly lives, and I can take out this Lycanroc. I think we're looking good, guys. Let's go for this Latias here. We can save this energy on the Squawkabilly in case we want to motivate again. Push up this Walking Wake, and we don't even need a Poison. So I'm going to save myself from the Poison trouble. We'll go for a Nest Ball, find ourselves one more Walking Wake. We can use our E-Switch to get a Grass onto Walking Wake and just slowly charge that up a little bit. Go for an Arven, grab ourselves Ancient Booster Capsule and another E-Switch. Move another energy off Ogerpon onto it. And now we're just looking for a Water for that. We can bump that up to 300 health or 280 with the capsule. And go for this Catharsis Roar. Exactly enough to kill the Lycanroc. And we're going to go up 2 prizes to nothing. We'll take 40 damage counters from the Spiky Energy. Of course, that's how Lycanroc is, and I love him for that. I built Lycanroc in real life, and it's really fun. It's so fun. It's just like, it auto loses to Wellspring Ogerpon decks, but so are any evolution deck, right? So anyway, Frostlass down, and they're gonna hit me with Iono, going down to 4 cards. I think that's okay. We just gotta win the game before all of our stuff dies to Frostlass. Might need to target a Frostlass, actually. They will find a rescue board onto the Rockruff. They're trying to save their single Rockruff here. Play Ultra Ball. Even if they found Lycanroc off the Ultra Ball, they might not be able to attack without, oh my god, Maractus. Uh-oh. I'm gonna bench a Maractus. They just threw, okay, they have another counter catcher in hand. What are they gonna stick? I do play Jet Energy here, so they're gonna stick up my Brute Bonnet. 1 Jet Energy in the discard. We use Prime Catcher already. We're gonna need to find our other Jet here. There's a Freezing Shroud. Oh my god. The Squawkabilly is gonna die. I need to move fast. Let's go for Toxic Powder. We'll throw another capsule onto Walking Wake just to save that one from death a little closer. Oh brother. Yeah, this might not be good here. Let's go for, we already discarded our Mew as well, right? We did. So this might be bad, guys. This might be bad, chat. Wait, they didn't actually corner me. They just counter catched. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking too much about this. Push up our Walking Wake. They're poisoned. I'm hitting 240. Life is good. Life is good right now. I overthought that. I thought I was stressed. They're gonna pop their Exploding Needles all over me and do 60 damage. They have 1 card in hand. Is it a Lycanroc? Who knows? They're gonna promote Rockruff. Freezing Shroud ticks. I need 3 prizes before my Squawk dies and before this Walking Wake dies. They're gonna bench another Maractus. They're down 2 counter catchers. Okay, here's a Professor Research. Come on, Squawk. We can live this. Please, man. Here's a Super Rod first. Now, my list doesn't play 2 Maractus, so this is definitely a little different from what I'm playing. But everything else feels about the same, you know. Research, 2 counter catcher, Badoo. And this person is definitely serious about their Lycanroc because they have all blinged out. They're gonna throw up another Maractus and leave it there without attaching an energy to it. So it's not like it's trying to corner me. I think they're literally trying to do the Exploding Needles damage. Just to do, oh my god, Monkey Dory coming in. Killing my Squawkabilly? Hold on. Yeah, Squawkabilly's gonna die. Okay, wait, we need to take 3 prizes before we lose 2 more big Pokemon. Let's take 2. Oh brother. This will put 60 if I kill it, right? I'll go to 180. Yeah. Ideally I find the boss onto the Frostlass or the Monkey Dory. Or like a Pokemon catcher. Come on, let's see it. Give me something good. Sada. That works. Sada works. We'll go for Sada onto the Walking Wake. We find our Pokemon catcher. Okay, we're looking to KO, I think, that Frostlass. Because I don't want to take any more damage. We get the heads. Let's go. Let's grab this here Frostlass and take it out with Catharsis Roar. So we save ourselves a turn of the Frostlass damage. Because that's scaring me. Now we need 2 prizes. We have another Pokemon catcher in our deck, I think. We could hit a heads on it. This is getting stressful. This is getting stressful. This Walking Wake here is quite weak if they find a Lycanroc. They're going to play Arven. If this doesn't guarantee a Lycanroc, I don't know what will. So Arven is pretty good. They'll find Night Stretcher and Devolution. Devolution doesn't hurt me. Devolution can't hurt me. Here's an Adrena Brain. 10 damage onto my Walking Wake. Walking Wake is, like, you're going to do like 700 damage when you punch me. Do not worry about that. I feel like maybe pinging it onto Pecharunt would have been better. Because that one is a little closer to death, but we'll see. They're going to retreat back into Maractus. Oh my god. Luckily, I'm not within that 60 KO range. And it'll leave us with 1 prize remaining, so we'll be fine. They'll bench another Monkey Dory. Play Night Stretcher for Dark Energy. Attach Spiky Energy to Maractus. Okay, so that means it will do 80 damage if I punch it. And they're going to corner me for 20. I will live if I kill the Maractus, but I don't want to aim at the Maractus. Let's go for an Arven and find ourselves another Pokemon catcher. Would an Earthen Vessel be better? Let's see. We still have a water in there. No, we're going to go for the catcher. I'm going to kill that Monkey Dory. Please, man. Pokemon catcher. Please heads. No tails. Okay, so we might just have to punch this. We might just have to. Let's go for Pal Pad and grab ourselves our Lisia's Appeal back as well as an Arven. Shuffle those back, and then we can go for Catharsis Roar, taking out the Maractus, and we're going to take 80 damage in return. Don't love that, but we're going to live. We're going to hold on. We're going to hold on just slightly. And we don't die to a Monkey Dory because there is no Frostlass, right? So, can our Walking Wake hold on the entire game? Please. They're going to push Rockruff. Attach Dark Energy. Okay, if they find Lycanroc, they have the Lycanroc in hand. Spike Clad. Online. They can win this game here. It's possible. It's possible if they can find like just 40 damage. It's not. I lied. Yeah, they're gonna have to take out the KO. 1,000 damage because I have 240 already on the Lycanroc, and now all we need to do is find a water energy for this Walking Wake, and we'll be fine, and we'll be chilling. Let's push up our Latias. Come on now, we need to find something. Water energy, please. Arven, thank God. Holy crap. Arven, get ourselves a Vessel. Vessel away, area 0, doesn't really matter. Find ourselves the water, attach return, hit a Toxic Powder, and I'm sorry to do this because I love you Lycanroc, but 240 damage, taking out this final thing. I don't die to the spiky energy, and we're gonna take this first win with Walking Wake EX. It's not the hardest ask because I'm one-shotting everything. We just gotta stay alive. So let's try to find ourselves a different deck, maybe a 2-prize deck that we could try our luck against. And I do want to give a shout out to Slade, who sent me this deck list on my Discord. He was very patient, really wanted me to play it, and I finally got around to it, and I'm really liking it, because it's kind of woke, Walking Wake. I made a few adjustments just to try to boost some consistency because it is a 3 energy attached Pokemon, but it still mostly is their list, and I really like it. It's really putting to use the new Volcanion. Honestly, a pretty fun Pokemon because that ability lets you punch through Cornerstone Ogerpon, or Mimikyu even. So let's see if we can do something good here. Get ourselves an Ogerpon, and we have the Brute Bonnet and Ancient Booster Capsule to start poisoning. And they're gonna let me go second, so we're gonna see if we can pull this off. It's gonna be Roaring Moon, Baby Moon. They'll attach return, go for an Artisan for a Flutter Mane, and then pass. Okay. Bunch ourselves Brute Bonnet, go for a Booster Capsule here, and we can use our Area 0. I don't love using our Vessel here, but let's see. We can Arven for Nest Ball and another Capsule. Yeah, we might need a Vessel away, a Vessel to do our thing. Let's go for a Squawkabilly. Go for a Nest Ball on our Walking Wake. Throw ourselves Capsule on that. Earth and Vessel away our other Vessel. Ourselves 1 water, 1 grass. Water can attach there. We need the Teal Dance. And we're looking for Latias, and we're looking for Energy Switch. We're gonna actually, it might be too difficult now that I think about it. Let's go for Squawk and Seize on this. Oh, wait, hold on. Another Ogerpon. Go for another Teal Dance. If we can find another Energy Switch, we can get this attack off, and that would be crazy. Bench Mew. Energy Switch this Ogerpon onto there. Ultra Ball both of these things away for Latias. Okay, can we restart into another Energy Switch? Let's see it. Come on now, let's go. Let's go. No! We don't, alas. Let's just go for, honestly, nothing. I want to keep this Ogerpon at full health, and we'll just end our turn. They can't KO it. Next turn, we can just attach onto Walking Wake, retreat, and be fine. Close, though. We were so close to a turn 1 Walking Wake. It's much harder than Raging Ball and old Gouging Fire. Old Gouging Fire, you had Magma Basin, so that was easy. But Walking Wake is the hardest one to charge up for sure. Of the 3, like, Paradox Dogs, if that's what they're called. Earthen Vessel, away E-Switch. It looks like they're running Blaziken in their Ancient Box deck. They're going to find Dark Energy and Fire, attach Dark onto Roaring Moon, and then Vengeance Fletchling. 110, because they have a bunch of Ancient cards in there. We have the Research too, that's pretty great. Let's go for the Toxic Powder, retreat into Walking Wake, and of course, if they're poisoned, we're doing 240. We have a Research here though. Get ourselves a new hand. Another E-Switch. We can use E-Switch off this Ogerpon onto the Walking Wake. Teal Dance for 1. We may need to attack with Ogerpon this turn, so I'm going to leave some stuff there. Go for this Pecharunt, and this is pretty good, guys. Catharsis Roar, taking out the first prize. Take this initial lead. Slightly annoying that we're going against a bunch of single prize decks after this Lycanroc, including the Lycanroc, but I think because we can take out that Blaziken because we are hitting for weakness. Here's a Flutter Mane in the active. They're going to boss up my Latias, and Midnight Fluttering does disable Latias, so we're looking for Jet. Or we can also find Prime. Okay, we're gonna go for Arven, get ourselves Prime Catcher. Nice and easy. We can take out their single Torchic, promote Walking Wake, and we don't even need to poison ourselves here. We're just doing the trick. Catharsis Roar, 240 with weakness, and bang, taking another prize card, and all they have now is a Flutter Mane. Got a Research, it's pretty good. Can they counter catch up my Latias again, is the question. Here's a Sada, attach onto Flutter Mane, draw 3, play Buddy Poffin. Okay, so they save themselves from their game loss by benching another Torchic and Tatsugiri. Pass. Okay, we can kill this Flutter Mane. It's all good, no more, there's a Jet anyway, so this is all fine and good. We're gonna save the Sada, honestly. Everything in hand is like really great. I don't want to waste the Jet energy right now. Let's go for Catharsis Roar, kill the Fluttermane. I'm not even worried about a Blaziken because we are one-shotting Blaziken. And Blaziken as an attacker does not KO a 280 HP Walking Wake. So another Grass Energy off the top, push up Tatsugiri, play Explorer's Guidance. It will attract customers after the Explorer's Guidance for nothing. Bench another Fluttermane, oh my god. Attach Booster Capsule to Fluttermane. And the thing with Fluttermane is that if I attempt to KO it with Walking Wake, I can't if it has Ancient Booster Capsule because it protects itself from poison, bro. It's crazy. Let's attach Water Energy to that. Go for Teal Dance on this here Ogerpon. I don't want to deck myself out here. I only have 14 cards left in deck. So just gonna kill this Tatsugiri here. Catharsis Roar. I think maybe that was the time to Lisia's Appeal. I don't think I could have Pokégeared for it probably, but it's alright. We're gonna get a Teal Mask Ogerpon. We're gonna promote Fluttermane, and this is something I cannot one-shot with Walking Wake. So Teal Mask Ogerpon is my only option to kill a Fluttermane, which is ridiculous. Here's another Explorer's Guidance. Rare Candy into Blaziken, okay. Here's a Counter Catcher, my god. Onto my Latias once again. And now I have the Jet though. I have the Jet. So now all we're looking is to find a Pokemon Catcher and KO that Blaziken for the game. Come on now. Alright, 2 Pokégears to find Arven, right? Yes. Maybe we even Pal Pad. We Pal Pad our 2 Arvens back, like so. Just to maximize our chances of finding it. We have 2 Pokemon Catcher. So Pokégear, let's get ourselves Arven. Go for this. Alright, Pokemon Catcher. You are basically a boss's orders. Come on. Come on. Flipping a coin. Yes. Yes, chat. And that way, we can promote the Blaziken, retreat into our Walking Wake here, go for this Toxic Powder, and because they're poisoned with a status condition, we're hitting 480 damage. There's a concede. Bang. That is a beautiful game from the Walking Wake. Starting second is what we need, and just really efficient to take those KOs there. Okay, let's get into one more. What are 2 more? Let's see what we can do. Ancient Box with Blaziken is kind of crazy, but I see what they're going for because Roaring Moon is kind of hard to set up now if they're playing the Roaring Moon EX. Here's a Tails on the coin flip. That means I get to go second. Okay. Second is cool. Second is chill. And just like that first game, we could possibly even Squawkabilly Motivate. So let's start our Ogerpon here. Ogerpon. And we're seeing a baby Pecharunt. Luckily, we are not starting a small, tiny Pokemon that they can donk. They're going to bench Brute Bonnet. Okay, fellow Brute Bonnet player. Perilous Jungle. Wow, full poison package just in hand. Here's a Nest Ball. I'm assuming for Squawkabilly. Is this Archaludon poison? Okidogi EX poison. Basically the same thing, chat. Binding Mochi onto Okidogi. I love this deck. I was like, I need to make a Loyal 3 video at some point. But here we go. We get ourselves Nest Ball. We grab ourselves a Walking Wake. We have another Nest Ball, right? We do have another one. Okay. Walking Wake here. We can go for a Squawkabilly as well. Pokemon Catcher. Heals us heads. I want to kill... What do we want to try to kill? Let's stick up the Brute Bonnet first, right? Unless we want to go crazy. We're going to need E-Switch twice and then an attach. That's going to be a little difficult. So let's just stick up the Brute Bonnet here. We can attach Capsule. Ideally Pokégear into... Okay, we find Arven. What does Arven yield us? We can get ourselves Vessel. Let's go for Arven. Or we can go for Nest Ball and Capsule and get ourselves the Brute Bonnet as well. I think we do that. That's fine. Brute Bonnet off the Nest Ball. Capsule onto that. So now we can activate our poison. We're going to Squawk and Seize. We're going to lose the Fezandipiti. I might just need a Night Stretch for that back later. Bounce their Perilous Jungle with Air 0. We can Teal Dance here. Bang. Another Arven. We can Vessel away another Air 0 for Grass and Water. We'll attach Water for turn onto Walking Wake. And yeah, I mean, we're chilling here. Go for Toxic Powder, maybe? I don't know. I don't think I want to do damage to my Ogerpon. So let's just end our turn. We have an E-Switch in hand next turn. I'm leaving it on the Ogerpon now just in case I need to retreat it. So that's my thought process there. No need to overuse my resources. They're going to bench a Fez. No Latias just yet, so this Brute Bonnet might be hard stuck. Anyone here hard stuck Pikachu League? Is that the Pokeball League at this point? I forgot. I've never heard any PTCGL player use hard stuck before, but I used to be hard stuck Ascendant in Valorant. I just could never get back to Immortal after reaching Immortal 3 at my peak, you know what I'm saying? Any Valorant players here? any hard stuck Valorant players here? They're gonna go for Arven. They can find a Latias if they want, but Precious Trolley, Ancient Booster. Booster Capsule onto the Brute Bonnet. They can Trolley for 2 Pokemon. I'm assuming it'll be Latias and Pecharunt. Or actually not even Latias, just Pecharunt EX. Yeah, Pecharunt EX for sure. Here's a Toxic Powder. I'm poisoned. Here's a Trolley. Okay, wait, they actually are using Latias. Why not just Pecharunt EX then? Monkey Dory as well. They retreat into Baby Petch, so I'm taking extra extra poison. Don't love that. And there we go, they're gonna pass. I take 60. And we should be able to attack this turn. So here we go, Nest Ball for Latias. We can Teal Dance one more. The research should be able to find ourselves everything, right? So get another Ogerpon. That's good to have just in case, just so our area 0 doesn't get bumped. E-Switch onto Walking Wake. And then research should yield us an energy. It does. Okay, wonderful. Let's do that. We can bench a Petch as well. Retreat into Walking Wake. Because Petch will let us do more damage onto their Okidogi by the time that starts swinging. We don't need a Toxic Powder here. Just Catharsis Roar, 120, taking out the Baby Pecharunt, and take a prize card. Another single prize knockout. What can you do? Pal Pad from the prizes, pushing Okidogi. Now, what we don't have is a backup Walking Wake. I don't think they can Chain Craze this turn though. A Chain Craze will one-tap me, that's for sure. Here's a Attach Return. Iono, ouch. I liked what I had there, but let's see. It'll yield us another Energy Switch and Ultra Ball, so we can find another Walking Wake, charge that up. They will play Vessel. They're gonna need to Janine if they want to do this, but I don't even think they can. Janine and like, yeah, there's no way. They needed to have 1 energy already on there. Here's a Nest Ball for another Baby Petch. Oh my god, no way they're gonna make me kill another Baby Petch. I have an Ancient Booster Capsule, so I'm chilling. Here's a Toxic Powder. I resist it. I feel like they should Poisonous Musculature here and just assume I can't. Yeah, they're gonna do that. My friend, because you are poisoned, I am doing 240. So they did not know. They do not read my condition, and life is good because of it. We have a Psychic Energy if we want to play Clefairy as well. That's totally a viable option. Let's go for a Teal Dance. Bang. Find ourselves Clefairy. Speaking of which, we'll bench that. We can attach Psychic to Clefairy. And look at this, guys. 240 damage. Taking out this Okidogi because it took 1 from Poison. Yeah, Poisonous Musculature, like it works, but it's kind of a risk unless you're going first. Pokemon Catcher and Grass Energy off the prizes. Here's a Toxic Powder. Again, doesn't work because I have the capsule. Yeah, this card is kind of sick. Here's a Flip the Script. They'll bench another Okidogi with Dark Energy. Attach another Binding Mochi. They still can't attack with that thing though. So what's the plan here? They'll retreat. No way they're gonna Poisonous Musculature once again, right? This is super odd. Another Okidogi and 2 Dark Energy. Here's an Arven for Bravery Charm and Super Rod. Dude, another Poisonous Musculature? Why? Do you understand that the same thing is gonna happen? Okay. We're gonna play another game after this. Hopefully it's gonna be like some sort of Terapagos variant because that is the deck I want to show this against. Here's a Lisia's Appeal. We can kill something else. We're not gonna do that. There's a Concede, yeah. Dude, we're one-tapping you. That wasn't the move. Okidogi just gets hard countered by Walking Wake because Okidogi needs to be poisoned to work, and Walking Wake just one-shots you if you're poisoned. Unfortunate. We got pretty lucky in that matchup, but let's get into one more before we call it a day, right? We're gonna go second again. We're gonna try our hardest to get 2 Energy Switch and attach, or Sada Energy Switch attach on our first turn. It's gonna be a little tough. We're gonna start Fezandipiti, but it's possible here. If we Pokégear into a Sada, things could happen. Who knows? Looks like we're going against Zacian, so I do like the fact that we're going second here. And there's a pass. Okay, so that's chill. That's chill. We're going for Nest Ball. Let's get ourselves. We have the Squawk. We also have the Walking Wake here. Let's go for Walking Wake. Let's see what our Pokégear yields us. Get ourselves Research. I think Research is better than Arven. Yeah, Research is definitely better than Arven here. Because Arven can get us like Teal Mask Ogerpon, that's about it. We can do this. We can Earthen Vessel away Water for another Water. I think just the Waters here is fine. I don't want to discard too much energy. Yeah, Water here is fine. Throw that there. Bench Mew. And Research away our Pal Pad. Find ourselves, Squawkabilly, not a good call here because we have 2 Sadas and a Prime Catcher. So we're going to go for a Teal Mask Ogerpon. And it's going to extend our bench. That's about it, though. That's all we can really do. Let's pass it up here. Next turn, we have Jet and Prime and Sada. So Sada, we will be able to get the attack next turn. But we just need to find a way to Gust Up, or not Gust Up. We need to find a way to poison their Pokemon, or burn. If we can find a Volcanion, that's pretty sick. Let's see. Here's an Earthen Vessel. Throw away Steel. Attach Spiky Energy to Zacian. Whoa. Okay. It's coming together full circle. We're starting with Spiky Energy, and we're going to finish the video with Spiky Energy. There's a Nest Ball for Duraludon. Alright, so Hops Zacian with Archaludon to accelerate for Brave Slash. Not bad. Not a bad deck. Here's a boss. I'm gonna gust up my Mew. Here's an Insta Strike. Okay. We can KO the Zacian here if we find ourselves Volcanion or our Brute Bonnet. We'll see. We have the Ultra Ball, so I think Volcanion's in the cards. Nice. We got a Jet. We got a Water Energy. Let's go for Ultra Ball on Water and 1 Sada. Yeah. And get ourselves Volcanion. We can retreat into Volcanion here. Burn them with Scalding Steam. And then here we go. We can Sada our energy onto Walking Wake, draw 3. Teal Dance, a Grass. I'm looking to see if we can get something else. Just a little bit more. Another Volcanion, don't really need that. We can Jet our Walking Wake into the active, attach a booster capsule to it, and here we go. Now we're hitting 240 because they are burned. So here, Volcanion EX, finally the title coming into play. It's another piece of the puzzle to Walking Wake, and that's pretty good. Take out the Zacian. They can throw down a Hops Cram, but we live that because we have 280 HP. We can push Duraludon, play an Ultra Ball. They have just 1 Steel Energy in the discard. Oh, now they have 2 more. Okay, great. They find the Fezandipiti. Alright, Fezandipiti probably the better call. But we have Prime Catcher and Lisia's Appeal. Lisia's Appeal will just let us KO that Fezandipiti. Here's a Steel Attach onto Duraludon. And Iono first. No, my Lisia, man. That Lisia would have been so good. Okay, we're gonna get her back. Get a Brute Bonnet and Ancient Booster, so we can do Burn and Poison if we really wanted to. Here's a Hops Bag for 2 more Zacian. So this is a heavy Zacian, looking for that Brave Slash. Here's another Ultra Ball. Discarding 2 more energy, bunch of energy in the discard. For an Archaludon. They can get the Archaludon attack, but they're not KOing my Walking Wake. So flip the script now. Wait, didn't they flip the script earlier? What was that all about? Oh, they played Iono first. Okay. Attach Choice Band to Zacian. Do we go for the Archaludon attack, or do we go for Insta Strike? Here's Archaludon inactive. Assemble Alloy. What I really want to do is try to build up another Walking Wake before we lose this one. Here's a Metal Defender. We don't die, luckily, but our hand is pretty bad, besides the Brute Bonnet. So let's see. Another Area 0 is not what we need. Let's drop the Brute Bonnet, attach a Booster Capsule. Let's go for a Teal Dance. Come on, get me into a Research or something. Get a Nest Ball. Alright, we can go for Nest Ball. Get ourselves another Walking Wake not there. Let's get ourselves a Pecharunt. So what this allows us to do is that after... Wait, why am I energy switching? Oops, I did not mean energy switch just yet. That's kind of a waste. We'll move it onto Mew. That's like the most logical one. Restart for 2. Because hear me out, right? Oh, we got Arven. Nice. If you Toxic Powder and poison your opponent, we're going to punch for what? 240? They're going to go to 250. And then if they trade KO us with the same Pokemon, we can push up Pecharunt, which will increase poison. And that's pretty awesome, I'd say. Let's go for Arven. Grab ourselves a Nest Ball and another Booster Capsule. Nest Ball for another... Okay, again, I don't have Walking Wake. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to chill. I need to chill on that. Let's get a Latias. And here we go. Catharsis Roar, 240 because they're poison. And if they KO me, I can just push up Pecharunt and we can take the return KO. They'll draw for turn. They'll retreat. Okay, so they know what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately. We're going to push up Zacian. And we don't have another Walking Wake here, chat. Here's a Research. I'm hoping they don't find Post-Wick, because I do like my Area 0 here. I do want to have all my pieces in play. They will go for Counter Catcher, actually. Whoa, hold the phone. We have a chance. Wait, they're going to take my Mew? Why? Wait, surely you kill the Walking Wake here. I guess you kill the Walking Wake from oh my god, and they save the Archaludon. They get 4 prizes here because they can KO my Walking Wake with Insta Strike. No, they can't. It's only 30 damage on the bench. What is going on? Okay, wait, hold on. They're going to bench Duraludon again. They save their Archaludon from death, but they can't Brave Slash. They can't kill my Mew just yet unless they find Post-Wick. They're overcooking something here. Here's Instant Strike. Wait, am I missing something? Saving the Archaludon was a good call. That's definitely for sure. Oh, yeah, what? They don't take any KO. I thought they were gonna take 4, but they're taking none. Anyway, we can go for Toxic Powder and Teal Dance onto here. Wonderful. Get ourselves a Research. Retreat into Walking Wake. And am I missing something? I don't know. Sure, I guess. Catharsis Roar, taking out the Zacian, and we're going to be ahead 4 prizes to 0. All we got to do is Lisia's Appeal their Fezandipiti. We found our second Walking Wake. This card being like gold and orange is so misleading because we're water type. We are not dragon or fire or anything. They'll push up another Zacian, attach Steel onto Zacian. They could go for a Brave Slash, but I have 10 HP on this thing. They'll evolve into Archaludon on the bench. This will let them assemble Alloy. I want them to attack with Zacian because then I can genome hacking for the win. I'm hoping. I have 2 more Energy Switch here. Here's an Arven for Night Stretcher and Choice Band. Okay, so Brave Slash is online. I don't know why you would need to use it though. Definitely Instant Strike here to kill my Mew, right? Dang it, if they use this, yeah, wait, I lied. Yeah, if they Instant Strike, my Mew just dies, and it will be much harder to set up a genome hacking. I still can if I find 2 Energy Switch, but that's kind of tough. Here's a Nest Ball. These guys are doing a lot right now. For another Duraludon. Unless they want to, like, counter catcher and kill my Fez instead. I would love that. Yeah, here's Instant Strike. My Mew is cooked. So regardless, so our win condition will just have to be our Walking Wake. Also, like, just throw in a Blood Moon. I don't have a Blood Moon in this deck. Just throw in a Blood Moon. We win the game. We don't have a Blood Moon, though, so we're going to make the lives harder on ourselves. We could go for the Ogerpon KO as well. Let's see. Let's go for Volcanion. I think Ogerpon might be able to take this out, so we'll see. Another Era Zero. Let's bench a Walking Wake. We can Vessel away 1 AZ, 2 Grass. Okay, so we don't even have Water yet, so let's see. Teal Dance. I think we just KO with Ogerpon, right? We have so many attackers. So if it's 7 energy, it's 210, minus 30, and then we can burn and poison. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. We'll go for this. Let's go for Scalding Steam. So that's 2. Toxic Powder. That's 3. And then we can retreat into Ogerpon. And we have 7 energy total. So that's 210. And that's going to be a game. 210 plus the 3 status conditions for the final 2 prizes on Zacian. Amazing. Hey, Walk and Wake. You got a bunch of attackers. Another big basic deck to consider. Not as efficient as Raging Bolt, but it's pretty fun to get this working. Shout out again to Slade for the deck list. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.